Okay, so welcome to Moxie Monday. This is the third Monday of the month, and not that you guys need to know that or that's of any significance, but what happens on the third Monday of every month, we have a call that's just helpful, a call that is open to anyone to join. It's not just our team, but this month we actually did choose kind of a coach topic, but I really felt like having an accountability partner and that support is applicable to everyone on the planet, not just coaches. So I scanned the horizon and I was like, all right, where are my girls at? Where are my coaches who are like glue, right? And Natalie and LeeAnn stuck out to me. So I asked Natalie, I was like, hey girl, what are you guys doing? Like, what are you doing that's keeping you guys accountable? I see how hard you're hustling. I see you guys adding to your team. And to me, once I talked to Natalie and she broke it down, I thought, oh my gosh, you've got to share this with our team. And I'm going to pass over the reins to you guys in just a second. But first, I want to brag on them a little bit. They're both from Cartersville, Georgia, which is where I resided for like 10 months back in 2013, I think, maybe. And great town, great people. Natalie is, I don't know. I remember, it's funny because I feel like I've known you guys for years, right? But I remember officially meeting you guys up in Atlantic Station, hugging you and just giggling over our similarities and how dorky we are in a good way, right? Like in a fun way. Hopefully you're not going to take that as an insult. But I saw you girls and I saw your friendship and I wanted us to dive into that a little bit and recognize that what you guys are doing is working. Now, disclaimer. Can you build this business without a success partner? Absolutely. Is a little bit more fun with one? Absolutely. So Natalie, I will pass it over to you. Again, thank you so much for opening up your evening. Obviously, you would have been here anyways on our team call because that's the kind of gal you are. But I would love to hear from you, and so would the other Moxies. If you guys make sure you stay on till the end, and I'll make the announcement that I have. So go for it.
Okay. Hey, can everybody hear me? Meet yours. Okay. Y'all come here. I can hear myself. They're with me. So LeeAnn is here, and Christy is here, my newest coach, who is dove right in the business, and we're all at my house doing the call together. So I wanted to introduce everybody. Just come over here. Say hey. And I just wanted everybody to say us hey. And I'm gonna talk a little bit about success partners, and we're gonna tell our personal stories. So we're each gonna go. So I just want to take a minute to talk a little bit about the role of an accountability or success partner and our experience and what it means to us. And how that it's played a role in both of our success. So basically, several things we are to each other. We're cheerleaders for each other, so we cheer each other on. We're always there on the sidelines or together to celebrate each other's success. So she's with me, I'm with her. Now I'm with Christy, so it just continues to grow on our team as we branch out. Off. And I just put to her screen. Okay. And then co-travelers. So basically it's like someone who's in the same place at the same time on their journey, but we have the same destination. So even though we're doing two different things, we have the same goals, the same vision, and we have the same mission, and we're on a path to get there, you know? So basically, we have known each other for about 4 years, but we've never been closer than we have in the past, year or so that we've been growing our business together. Our relationship has just really grown. It's kind of like having a coach and a team, and everybody has a vital role. And so also we're each other's, basically we're there for each other in all kinds of ways. So she's my shoulder to cry on, I'm her shoulder to cry on. When things get tough or bad, we're there for each other. But also, we're each other's brainstorming partners. So 2 brains are always better than 1. And we share ideas and our future on how to achieve the goals that we want to reach. And so whether it's weight loss or exercise or nutrition or business goals, we bounce all of those off of each other. Does anybody else have a success partner? I just kind of wanted to know. Is your chat up? Yeah. Okay. Y'all have success partners. That's awesome. If you don't, do you know what you can kind of do to find one? And what kind of looking for what kind of person that can ensure that you're successful in your business. I do want to say that it will definitely make your business and your life a lot more fun to have somebody there with you. It is awesome. I mean, we get to wake up every day and do something that we love to do together. So it's like literally I have my best friend to wake up with every morning, have go over our business together, work out, eat healthy, try our best. And we're on this journey together, literally helping our families and getting to stay at home with our babies and being in each other's lives and watching her team grow and helping my team grow and just doing all that together has been amazing. And then adding new coaches who also want the same thing and then getting to know them and their families and it is just amazing. I can't even tell y'all what it has done for me as a coach and how it has literally, I think I knew that I've always had this leadership personality in me, but until somebody actually wanted me to lead them, I didn't step up into that position. So when they came to me and really wanted me to lead them, then I was like, yes, we got this. So ways to look for accountability partners, I would suggest someone that balances you out. So it's real helpful. The 3 of us all have different personality traits, but we all are very, very much alike in the fact that we like to help people. But I have a human services background. LeeAnn has an ultrasound sonography background. Christy is a teacher. So all those professions, I just think it's interesting how they're all helping professions, but now we're all coaches. And so we all have that, but also it gives us a lot of strengths like medical field. Then I'm seriously the social butterfly person that is talking to everybody all the time. And they're a little bit more quiet and reserved. And so I help bring them out. But they do things for me that I'm not very good at, keep me on task because I'm ADD all over the place and do all the research and the reading and stuff. And then they tell me all the knowledge. So I'm getting all this good stuff, And so it really, as much as I pour into them, they pour into me. And it just is definitely a 2-way street. So they think differently, push you, have different strengths than you do, but are going in the same direction as you. And definitely somebody that ask you the tough questions or, just gets down to it when you need them to. Somebody that's really willing to call you out. I will say that. It's important, If I say that I want to reach Success Club 10 this month, I mean it. And if I'm not doing anything to get there, I want her to ask me why. So, and I'm not afraid to tell her why that I think she's not getting where she needs to go or what I would suggest that she do to get to that point. We're always trying to think outside of the box in ways to reach different goals that we might have. And I just think it's amazing that when you have a team or a success partner that you can bounce those ideas off of each other and really get to the goal of your business. So what I would suggest is just discussing the communication that you want to have, whether it be once a week on a phone call, a Zoom call in person, seeing each other face to face. You can use Facebook or Skype or email, whatever the communication might be, setting aside that time and delegating it to that person. We hold each other accountable to the goals that we've set and use each other to bounce ideas off of, suggestions. We even practice talking, you know, about the products or about challenge packs and what different things mean to each other so that we're more comfortable talking about it to someone else. And of course, talking about our frustrations with each other and really getting through the tough stuff, because I think it's really important in this business to make sure that your coaches are getting through the no's, because we all know that, you know, you're going to have 10 no's and 1 yes. So it's what you do to push through those no's and really working together with each other and encouraging each other through the no's, because you will get your yeses, but you got to get through your no's. And just really talking about that tough stuff and getting that frustration out so that nobody gives up. I just want my girls to know that I'm here and that we can literally do anything together. And basically, I think, other than that, what we do together is the next thing I want to talk about. And our process is basically that we are in each other's coach groups. We're in each other's challenge groups. So that means more participation, more coaches, more delegation. Obviously, you know, when one of us gets sick, we have the other one there to pick it up. Like, it has been, I cannot tell you, a huge, I mean, first of all, it was like a huge thing for me to branch out from under Laura's challenge groups. But then once I did, and then I started my own, when LeeAnn came on and really started participating in my challenge groups, I cannot tell you how amazing it was, not only to have the communication, but if something ever were to happen, and it was like a sense of relief to have somebody to fall back on. Not necessarily that I wasn't going to be in it, but just knowing, like, if I couldn't make the post or if I couldn't get to that person immediately, that they had somebody else that could communicate with them right away, or that can make our daily post. And it takes a little bit of pressure off of you, so you don't feel, I mean, overwhelmed or like you have too much going on. I mean, if it's a really bad week at home and like your schedule is packed to the max, then ask another coach. Let's you know, we're a team for a reason. So we do trains together. Christy and I just went to Super Saturday. We're always doing our team calls together. We're always aside from our challenge groups, we like to hold a free group between challenge groups, and we rotate our free groups online and meet and greets that we actually have in person. So the really cool thing about us is that we are all local. I told Laura that we are going to take over this town, and I meant it. So we actually have real live meet and greets in my subdivision at the clubhouse here, and we do samples of shakes. We do our exercise program. We go over Beachbody on Demand and offer all of that live, and we plan on picking up that attendance as we continue to grow. So it's been successful, and we enjoy it. And then just running all of our events together on our challenge groups. We do Zoom calls as well. We go over on demand. We do weekly check-ins. We like to talk to everybody live, you know, participate with everybody. And just knowing that two people are definitely stronger together, and that you can do more than one person can alone. Working through the bumps, learning and growing, and the rewards are just so great. So if you don't already have a Success Club partner, go out and get one today. And then basically our personal story, I just wanted to tell you a little bit about me. I joined in September 28th of 2015. Actually, I was a customer for a couple of months before I became a coach in January of 2016. And I worked my business. Well, I didn't work my business. I was just a discount coach for a while. So like 10 months. Like 10 months ago, I decided that I was actually going to try to maybe make some money. I think some people had come to me and wanted to buy some shakes or something, you know, whatever. And so then I was like, okay, well, I guess I'll try to do some challenge groups with them because I was offered challenge groups, so I did. And I just basically was, you know, in Laura's groups and invited them in Laura's groups and let her do that. So that was great. And then when really things picked up was when LeeAnn came to me before Christmas. I believe it was back in November or December, and let me know that she was really ready to pick up her business. So I was like, okay, well, I guess that means I have to pick up my business. But really, honestly, what it meant for me was at that time, I had already started leading challenge groups about 3 months ahead of that on a monthly basis. And then she jumped in and was ready to go. So I just had somebody, I had a couple of discount coaches, but I actually had a coach under me that was going to start working her business. So after a couple of months, or not even a couple months, it didn't take me very long to see that when I had a coach under me who was working her business, my paycheck got bigger. And it didn't take me but a couple seconds to figure out that that was okay with me. So, so once I figured that out, I really just started figuring out the business. I mean, honestly, to be honest with you, I had not really connected at all before that. I don't have a lot of time to like research all the legs and blah, blah, blah. So, but I can see my bank account. And I knew that first paycheck after she started working her business was a good, like, 10 times more than what I had been making before. So anyway, that was awesome. And then I became Emerald, and then, you know, that was like, it's gratifying to me to reach goals. And so then I had some discount coaches also that kind of want to work the business here and there, and I just keep learning how to encourage them as well. And then I had Christy come to me just a couple of weeks ago, literally, and literally dove straight in the whole thing as a customer, a coach, all at once. And I mean, has blown me out of the water ever since. And I'm just happy to have both of them. And I want LeeAnn to tell you a little bit about her side of our partnership. Mm-hmm.
All right, I muted Natalie, but I can hear it. How about this, LeeAnn? You mute yourself and just talk through Natalie's computer.
Okay, LeeAnn, you're good.
I'm traveling.
I'm muted. You can go.
Okay. Sorry, Christy's in there. I don't know where to go.
You can come back.
We're playing musical seats, so hang on just a second. Okay. Hey guys, I'm LeeAnn. I know Natalie told a little bit and kind of introduced me. I've known Natalie for, I guess, about 4 years now. We met at church, and I started with Beachbody with her back in March of 2016. And I've got 2 boys, 6-year-old and 2-year-old, and I was really just struggling to get that baby weight off. And so I said, Natalie, I see what you're doing. It's working. You know, tell me about it. So I jumped in with Beachbody and was in the challenge groups with her and with Laura for several months. And Natalie kept saying, you need to sign up as a coach. You need to sign up as a coach. And I kept saying, no, I'm not ready. It's not my personality. I'm not going to be good at that. And so around August of last year, I told her, I said, okay, I'll go ahead and sign up as a coach. And I really just wanted to do the discount, just wanted the discount on my shakes. So I became a coach. And for a few months, I just was a discount coach, saving some money on my shakes. And around November or December, I worked part-time as an ultrasound tech and just wasn't really happy in my job. Didn't really work for a good boss, not a good team of coworkers. And so I was ready to make a move, and my husband was good with me coming home. And so I contacted Natalie. I said, Natalie, I really want to start working the business side. You know, can you kind of I really want to be an actual coach now. I don't want to just do the discounts. So she really took me under her wing and started me at ground zero and showed me, you know, how to do the funnel system and how to invite and how to message people that I don't know and don't, you know, I'm a very introvert, kind of quiet, shy person. So she has completely pushed me out of my comfort zone. And I hate her sometimes for that. But I also love her for that because it really has helped me just grow personally and with my business. I don't like to post a lot on Facebook, but I've kind of stepped over that hurdle and I've started to get more brave with that. And we fought back and forth a long time about me posting my before and after pictures because I was totally against that. And she finally pushed me enough to did that. So she's really been a success partner from the start. I would say just in my personal journey, you know, trying to lose the weight and to get motivated, eating clean. She's really pushed me even before it was a business aspect. She pushed me to meet my own personal goals. And she was committed to that and committed to me and would stay on top of me and make sure I was doing what I needed to do. And it really kind of drew me to it. And I thought, you know, she's doing this and she's successful at it. And I had quit my job and I was home and I had a little more time. And so I thought, okay, I'm going to give this a try. And I honestly, when I first started it, I thought, well, I might get my sister to sign up or, you know, a friend or two. But she slowly just kept pushing me outside of those comfort zones and keeps me accountable. I mean, we meet weekly and she's like, okay, what are you doing? What have you done this week? Let me see your list. Let's go over it. And so it's like a step up in the accountability level because I know like I can't just slack off all week because we're going to get together and we're going to have a little powwow and talk about it. So it really does help push me and give me a drive to work my business more than I probably would if I didn't have her here close. And I left my notes over there, so I'm kind of like stuck. But trying to remember what else I was going to talk about. Thank you, Christy. I had jotted down just a few things. Thank you. Let's see. Oh, and we think differently. Like she's a very outgoing person and is real easy to talk to people, and I'm not quite as outgoing. And so like when somebody gives me a no, I'll just turn and go the other way. And so she gives me, you know, advice and it's like, no, you got to think at a different angle, you know, look outside the box and think outside the box and go at it a different way. And that helps me. I have gotten customers and challengers that way because my personality, I would have just took the no and been done with it and never went back to it and picked it up. But she says, hey, what's going on with so-and-so? You need to follow up with them. And I'll say, well, no, I don't think they're interested right now. And she's like, no, you need to go back message them. And I've gotten customers that way because she's pushed me to, you know, go back to them when my personality is not the kind to keep doing that. So it's definitely helped me grow that way, grow personally, and change some of my ways of thinking about things. And it keeps me motivated to keep going because I see as we take in new customers and new challengers and new coaches, like I see our team building and, you know, Christy just jumped in and she is like hit the ground running. She's like superwoman over here. So it's really encouraging just to have other women who have the same goals. Like we're all moms and we all have, you know, I mean, we're different, but we're the same because we have similar goals. Some goals are different, but just to see other women that are wanting to help people and wanting to change their life as they help other people and just sharing their story. It's just been, it just makes, I mean, I don't know how it just makes you want to keep doing it and want to keep helping other people. So I think it's definitely been a good journey so far. And I don't know, I think that's it for me for now, unless y'all have any questions about anything. Oh, yes. And Christy, which is our newest coach, Natalie's newest coach, she's going to speak for just a minute. So I'm going to mute myself and I'm going to let her jump in and kind of give a bit of her story. So
All right. Hey guys, I'm Christy. I'm going to try not to be too long, but I am very new, but I feel like I need to go back a little bit and kind of tell you how I got here. So growing up when I was little, I always wanted to be a teacher when I grew up. But about 12 years ago when my husband and I started our family, I knew it was a dream of mine one day to be at home with our kids. But it never really happened. So I got my degree and I was teaching, and it was awesome. Got summers and holidays off with my kids, but it's not as great as everybody thinks. I didn't get to do all the little mommy things that I wanted to do, go to the class parties and the field trips and things like that. That was what my husband always got to do. So I still had this desire. I want to be mommy. I want to be able to have my own time, to be at home with my kids when I want to, and to be able to do all of those things that I really had a desire to do. So over the last 12 years, I've tried several different things. But again, kind of like LeeAnn, I'm more reserved, shy. I'm not good at going out and just selling something. So the few things that I did try, I kind of failed at those because I wasn't very good in that area. But at the end, December 2015, my husband and I had twin boys. They are 16 months old now, and so this is their to make a little bit extra and make what I would make teaching after paying for childcare and things. So that's what we did. I stayed at home, and I got the brilliant idea that I was going to keep a couple of kids. So as of about a week ago, I'm no longer keeping those children. They were very sweet, but I had a 4-month-old, a 7-month-old, a 10-month-old, and two 15-month-olds. And it was very, very challenging. On top of that, our two older girls, they are out of district, so I had to take and pick them up every day. So I was loading these kids up and in the morning and in the afternoon, and listening to crying babies in the car for 2 hours, and it was not fun. I found myself again spending more time on other people's kids than my own, and I still had that desire in my heart to be mommy for my kids. So that kind of leads me to now. At night, I kind of like to have my downtime, look on Pinterest, scroll through Facebook. So our neighborhood actually has our own private Facebook group. So I was on that one day. I kind of came across two moms in my neighborhood that both had twins. And I was like, oh, wow, I'm going to look at their pages, kind of get some twin mommy tips since I'm new at this. And I noticed that both of them were staying at home with their children. And I was like, wait a minute, how are they doing that? And they're making money, and, they're doing all the things that I want to do. But the difference in the two is the other mom, her posts were very salesy. And so I was like, there's no way I could do what she does because I've done it before and I failed at it. And then I saw Natalie, and I was like, she's fit and she's healthy and she's posting all this cool stuff, and she's at home with her kids. I want to do that too. So late at night, one night, I just messaged her. We had never met before. I sent her a message, and I was like, I live in your neighborhood. I have twins too. I need to know what you're doing. So she messaged me back. She was really sweet and kind of told me what she was doing and said she would be glad to get together with me. So a couple weeks later, we're finally able to get together, and she kind of told me a little bit about what she did. And I was like, okay, I'm tired of trying to figure out everything else. I cannot keep these kids anymore, bless their heart. But I have to find something else. I'll do whatever you're doing because it's working. So I was like, okay, I want to be a coach. And a few days later, I signed up on April 3rd. Didn't really know what I was doing. Didn't really know much about all I knew was that I had seen my mom do some hip hop abs at home. And so you're laughing at me. So that's all I really knew about the business. And she was like, let's get your stuff in. You can join my challenge group. And I was like, no, wait a minute. I got to know now. So I got on YouTube. I started looking up some videos, and I came across some of the top coaches. And since then, I've just been learning as much as I can. You're probably wondering how I do that with twins and 2 other kids on top of that. But I told them I've got my earbuds in all day. I'm listening to personal development. I've got my books on audio because, yes, I do not have time to read. And I'm just listening to YouTube videos anytime I can, on Facebook groups that I've been added to, and just trying to learn as much as I can. And it's funny because they keep telling me, we're going to take it slow. We're going to, we don't want to give you too much at one time. And I'm like, no, please give it to me. I want to know. I want to do this. I'm all in. So that's kind of how I got here today. I made Emerald I signed up on April 3rd, and I became Emerald on April 12th. And I'm so excited. And just one other little tidbit I did not have a Facebook until about less than a year ago, about 10 months or so ago. We had some family begging us because they wanted to keep up with the kids and stuff. So I was that girl. I would post pictures of the kids and always make sure I was left out of them, and then call friends and family whenever they posted a picture of me and was like, why did you post that goofy picture? And so about 3 weeks ago, I took my first selfie all by myself out in my backyard, making sure my neighbors weren't watching me. And then just a couple of days ago, I had to ask Natalie what a hashtag was because I did not know. So I am not very good with social media, but I'm definitely learning. And everybody is like, oh my goodness, what is Christy doing? She's posting all this stuff. And it's working, so it definitely does work. But that's me.
That I don't know if you wanted to say something else, Natalie, to wrap it all up. I don't want to cut you off, but I was just like, yes, all of that.
I just wanted, if anybody had any questions, and then it's all you, I think we're done. We're awesome.
If you guys have any questions, feel free to unmute yourself and ask, or type in the chat box. Anything?
Turn your chat up.
Yeah, I have a question. You said that something about how to find a success partner. What you're looking for, kind of thing.
Am I muted? I actually did not. They really, honestly, they found me. But if I were searching for one, I do know things that I would look for. And like I said, what has been amazing about this is that they balance me out. I'm very high strung. I can be really all over the place, and I do have way too much energy most of the time. So it's good for me to be around calmer people. That's just, it helps me do all that. So, but their personalities, I think it draws them to me and me to them because I can help bring them out, and they can help bring me down. So there's, that attraction is there without me even knowing it. So even though I wasn't per se looking for them, it honestly has worked out amazingly. Because we don't butt heads at all. There's just good communication. There's nothing but love. And so, but honestly, like I said, if I were going out looking, I did write some tips. And if I were going out looking for somebody, just somebody that thought differently than I did, pushed me, definitely had different strengths than I do. That way, you get all the full circle, is willing to give you that tough love. And it's also focused in that same direction with same like-minded goals in the health and fitness world, but also the coaching world, wants to get somewhere. Is anybody else?
LeeAnn said you might know one of me. Kendry, okay, so hold on. Merritt and the chat box said, I love your stories. It really makes me want to start running with this. Yes, my life is about to slow down a bit. Okay, Katrina said, should the person you are looking for have a similar end goal?
Ooh. Honestly, I don't know that the end goal has to be the same, like per se, a level of coaching, but an increased level. So I don't think always our goals are going to be the same because we're at different levels. But she wants to get emerald, wants to get ruby, wants to get diamond. So do I. I mean, there's that, next thing in mind. And when they hit it, y'all, I love them so much because I can't hit Success Club 4, Success Club 5, and then they start beating me and I got to go, So also, when I say that, I see them doing the same thing. When she was at 0, 2 days ago, now she's at 6. And so, and I hear her say to me, but I'm not done yet, so, and they both say that I want to keep going. And that encouragement from a coaching perspective is like, not only what you want to hear, but so motivating, so encouraging, so like, it literally brings me to tears sometimes. I'm just like, well, God, thank you, I literally have been so blessed with them, and it's just, they're amazing to work with. And so I don't know that Christy and I have literally known each other 2-3 weeks, but I feel like I can talk to her about anything, and I feel like she could ask me anything. I could tell her anything, and so I guess that's all.
Okay, so she said, Tony, you're next, sister. Whoever, Tony, where are you at? You get it. Whoever that is. Okay, I actually took notes because I love this. I love this topic. I do have success partners as well. I have a group. I started in 2013, and I've had different people that I've worked with, and they're motivating, and it's awesome. And so it's not like, okay, you have to marry somebody and then you're stuck with them and then they stop working the business and you're supposed to be a therapist. Like, when you sign up to be somebody's success partner, you're not signing up to be their life counselor. And I want to go ahead and put that out there. You are signing up to be their business partner, somebody who is running or trotting or crawling, whatever it is, but you should not let it weigh you down. You should let it lift you up, because sometimes you're going to have to be like, hey, deuces, we're buddies or friends, but I'm going to go and do my thing. Sometimes your train has to leave. Now, that has had to happen to me a couple of times because I want to go. I'm going to move her. And all of a sudden, through networking with other teams, and that's why I love the collaboration between the training groups that are happening right now in Bombshell Dynasty overall, which is what I'm going to get to in just a second about our announcement. But over the past couple of months, we have had amazing access to training, and I've been blessed to be a part of that training, to be one of the coaches, facilitating and offering guidance. But we have had a Dynasty Income Surge, talking all about the compensation plan. We have had a Dynasty Invite Surge, talking about all the different ways you can invite for the past week, and it ends tomorrow. We've had a social media surge, talking about ways you can expand your market, how to optimize social media, how to go live, how to do Instagram. Amazing content there. So what I'm doing is I'm all about simple. I'm all about duplicatable. I really just want to make sure that we're focusing on the right things. So we have all of these videos saved in files, and I'm just going to send it. I'm going to put it in a file in Moxie so it's there, and so you guys can click on the Google Doc links and pull up all the videos, because I want you to have access to that easily, not just for you, but for your future teams, because I am going to be using that content for all of my training moving forward. That's how stellar I think it is. So going along with that amount of training, networking, maybe meeting other people through those groups. And if you have not been a part of those groups, you still can be. You can still join. You can still check it out. But I want you guys to meet people. I want you guys to mingle. I want you to read people's comments and be like, I get it. I have that same question, and stalk people and say, I think I would get to know you. Because I met my success partners through a training group like that. I had no idea who these girls were. No clue at all. But now, beyond just being my business partners, they've become some of my best friends. We talk every single day. We have a message thread on Facebook called SP Besties, and we talk literally all day, every day. And we keep each other accountable. And when they hit Success Club 10, or when I hit Success Club 10, they're like, oh crap, gotta level up. And we all rally together. We're all on different, so Katrina, when you were asking, do you have to have the same end goal? Sure, you can have the same end goal of success, but everyone's definition of success is different. The girls that I work with have a lot of different paces, okay? And so some might be here already, some might be here already, here, and we might fluctuate throughout the years. But the point is the support. The point is the contribution of encouragement and brainstorming and accountability to be like, if I can do it, you can do it. Like, there's no difference. And so you can have a group. You can have like a pod. I know I have a lot of people like in different mastermind pods that I'm trying to like, connect people there. Setting up coaches with a success partner is kind of like blind dating. And so when people come to me and they're like, I really need a success partner, will you help me out? I'm all about helping you, but it's not to say the person I hook you up with is going to be your mate, right? I might go wrong. So just put yourself out there, meet people, see whose vibes you go with. But at the end of the day, you're just going to do work with or without somebody. Like, if you have goals and if you have a why and if you have a passion to move your life forward, you're going to have to run this business. Because maybe, like for me, I didn't have a success partner until I was an elite coach. And then I was like, okay, well, now I found a group of other coaches who want to be elite every year. So I'm running with them. So those groups are helpful for training and also to meet new coaches. Since the social media surge ends tomorrow, and again, I will provide the links for you guys. I don't want you to miss out on that amazing content. It really is very, very helpful, exciting to hear from other coaches on other teams who have done it differently, who have done it faster or slower, or people who have similar stories to you. So you realize there's like, it's your cup of tea because it's their cup of tea. I love hearing from Lindsay Stay, and she was saying that it took her 17 months, which could be fast, it could be slow, totally your pace and your goals. But for her, it was slow. She was struggling. It took her 17 months to make her first $500 paycheck. 17 months. Did you know that now Lindsay Stay is a top earner on Lindsay Matway's team? So Lindsay Matway was the top coach several years ago. Lindsay Matway is the top earner of the entire company. But Lindsay Stay, it took her a year and a half to break that $500 a week mark. And she was digging, and she was working, and she was passionate, and she was showing up. And now she's the top earner. So I love that story, and I love her example, because no matter where you guys are, and if you have financial goals, no matter where you are, just know like you go for it. And having a success partner can absolutely keep your head up and keep your name, like keep your head in the game and get out of your own way. And if you're able to take tough love for somebody to, like what Natalie was saying, somebody to ask you a tough question, somebody to say, like calling you out, are you really doing it because this works for them? Why wouldn't it work for you? There's no difference. Maybe you need to expand your market. Maybe you need to talk to people. And maybe you need to tweak the way you're talking to people or talking on social media. So starting on Thursday, I guess tomorrow's Tuesday. So let's start it on Wednesday. Starting on Wednesday, since tomorrow the social media surge ends, I don't want to overlap things. Tomorrow the social media surge ends. So on Wednesday, since April is Emerald Month in Moxie, we're going to continue this ginormous momentum of providing training for you guys in a group setting so you guys can run with the runners. Moxie, is a big team page, but I want to pull you guys out and run with the runners if this is a goal of yours or if anyone on your team. So since April is Emerald Month, we are going to finish the month strong, and everyone on the planet is going to hit Emerald, and we're going to have a 5-day Emerald training. Now, this is unlike anything we've ever done before. Why? Because it is. But really, it is because I am good friends with Ruth Schroner, and she just became the top coach in the entire company. So that was awesome. It was a huge way to celebrate walking into Punta Cana. Exciting for her to be in the #1 spot this month. But she has provided me with her 5-day Emerald training. I say, yeah, girl, I'm on it. We share. Sharing is caring. And so I share with her. She shares with me. So she just shared with me her 5-day to Emerald boot camp. And we're going to go through this, and we're going to hustle. And if you want Emerald, if you want somebody on your team Emerald, and they have that same goal, we are going to get it. You are going to produce Emeralds in the next week. If we start on Wednesday, we're going to have tomorrow and Wednesday is like a pre-group. So Thursday, I guess, like starting the new week is officially day 1 because I want to have a prep session. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So that means by Monday, we will know, Moxie will know what it means to be an Emerald coach and how to do it. And that will give them even 2 more days to cushion it up to achieve Emerald by that following Thursday. So let me look at the date here. Let me look at the calendar. Gosh, how amazing would it be? So I'm going to be in Punta Cana next week with 11 other amazing Moxies, and we are going to celebrate you guys like mad women in Punta Cana getting Emerald. So on the 27th, it's going to be what's up? What is up, Beachbody life? Like, Moxie's about to blow up some Emeralds. I cannot wait. So tell your teams that we are doing an Emerald boot camp starting on Thursday. I'm going to open the group up tomorrow, and we will go from there. And I'll explain to you why Emerald is important, how easy it is to achieve it, and how you can continue duplicating that over and over again. Here's the kicker. If you're already Emerald, I want you in that group, because all you have to do in your head is be Emerald again, and then hit Emerald again, and hit Emerald again. Every single month, you should at least be adding 2 coaches to your team, at least. So all you have to do is hit Emerald one time, and then hit it again, and then hit it again, and then hit it again. And that way, you'll be advancing your team, and your team will be advancing, and everyone will just live happily ever after? Happily ever after? Is that how you say it? I'm not a girl mom, so I don't really say happily ever after. I say more like, I'm going to sword fight you in the face. That's the kind of thing we say. Anyways, that's it. That's my announcement. 5-day Emerald Boot Camp. And is the same template as the top coach the company uses for her Rockstar team. Can't wait for you guys to see it and to learn from her. If you guys have any questions, you know where to find me. I'm going to post information about our group in the chat. Natalie, LeeAnn, and Christy. Thank you guys so much. I took notes, really. I did. I want to screenshot to you guys. I was like chatting and typing. I appreciate you. I appreciate the example you guys have. I appreciate you sharing your stories, where you've come from, your background, and how you're all running this together. You guys rock.
Thank y'all.
All right.